up slow. I just put a vibe.
Hey, and welcome back to my channel. So I've been meaning to do this video for like 2-3 weeks now, and I'm finally getting to it because I need to stop being lazy. And yeah, speaking on, the last video I did, Second Life, was about me getting into Dream Day. So I was like, you know what, this would be perfect, doing like a creators do's and don'ts video, whatever. I have way more other creator videos that I'll leave in the description, so if you need information on certain stuff I probably already done talked about, you could just click the description and y'all can see it there. So first, I have more do's than don'ts. I just wanted to think of some stuff. I didn't want this list to be super long, plus I didn't want this video to be super long, even though it's probably still gonna be super long. But anyway, the first do I have is always remember quality over quantity. And I've noticed that I've been creating on Excel, I would say, for like a year now, a year and some change. My tattoos that I've made when I first started, which were obviously not of a good quality because I didn't know like what I was doing really, they really don't get as much attention as my newer ones do, which I've put in more time and effort into, and I feel like that's how it should be anyway, because I would feel some type of way if my old stuff getting hella attention but my new stuff people don't like that's weird, like that's backwards. So always remember, it's quality over quantity. I used to think this way also on IMVU, because people would just put stuff out just to get on first page, or on Excel, people will just create something and be like, oh yeah, slap it on their marketplace. Oh y'all go buy my stuff, this incident, whatever. And it's just like, what is this? Like, what is this texture? Like, it's like people don't be caring. So always remember that, especially if you're already a creator or a small creator, or if you want to start creating, remember quality over quantity. I promise you, you're gonna thank me, and you're gonna thank yourself for going that route instead of just putting out a bunch of stuff and it being bad quality. The second do I said is to interact with your supporters / customers on Instagram. For the ones that don't follow me on Instagram, I posted on my story like yesterday or maybe 2 days ago, and I was just like, oh, like I miss creating, I miss y'all, I miss creating or whatever. And a bunch of people like reply back to my story and were just like, oh my gosh, please come back, I miss your tattoos, this, that, snap, whatever. Like that type of stuff makes me feel good or whatever. And just having a connection with your supporters or your customers is really good, because they'll remember like, oh dang, this one girl that I shop, oh, she's super professional, she's super friendly, and if I have an issue with something, she's able to resolve it, no problem, this, that, whatever. Compared to some creators who are stuck up, hard to get in contact with them. If you do get in contact with them, you might not get the answer that you were looking for, like, and it's just a lot. Or they might seem like they just have a big ego, like like they a celebrity or something. Like I don't want to seem like that, because I'm not like that. So that's why I reply back to my supporters, customers, whatever, because like what. And then also, like I said, it builds a relationship with them, so that they're like, this girl is super nice, let me go buy her stuff, or oh, let me repost her stuff on my story, or oh, let me tell my friends about her store and all this, that, whatever. So it's just a plus for everything. So that's why I said, make sure you have connections with supporters, aka your customers. Same thing. Next I said was to be patient. Y'all do not know how long it took me getting to Dream Day. Y'all don't know how long I've always wanted to be in Dream Day, a big event in general. Y'all don't know how long, like, I feel like most people when they start creating, especially like when it comes to the urban side, a lot of people want to get into these big events like quick, or just having the thought of being in them or whatever, so that you can get your brand out there, so that you can make some coin, so that you can just, or whatever. And the girl that helped me get into it, like when she told me to apply and I did it at the last second, me and her, we've been talking about it for so long. Like, we're just overlooked, we feel like we're underrated, and we finally got blessed to be able to be in the event for the March round. That's why I said to be patient, because like I said, I've been creating for a year. I know there's people out there who start creating, the first thing they release, they already in a big event, and it's just like, how did you already get up in here when You know, so that's why I just said be patient. Not everybody has the same process or whatever. You know, some people have people that they're cool with that can get them into stuff. Some people know other people. Like, it's kind of like with like celebrities in IRL, you know, they have certain connections with people. So some people are more lucky compared to a random person who probably doesn't really know anybody for real. So that's why I said just be patient. Don't worry about it. Do not sweat it, because eventually you're going to get to the point that you want to be at, especially if you keep putting in the hard work. So yeah, keep that in mind. And also, I just put on here to join like weekend sales and stuff, because a lot of people like shopping at weekend sales and join small events. I always, when I was active creating, I used to get invited to a bunch of like events, like a small events and stuff. Sometimes I would decline. Sometimes I would actually join because I'll be like, oh, this event looks nice or whatever. But sometimes I would just be like, nah, this isn't really my forte. You can pick and choose whether you want to accept or decline. It's all up to you. But like I said, I think it's really nice to join small events and stuff or whatever, or not so big events. Kind of the same thing, whatever. So yeah, just to push you out there so you can already know how to do booths. You can already know how to set up vendors. You can go ahead and set up like, you know, so it's kind of like practicing to get to the big stage. Like, basically that's how you can look at it too. So yeah, I would say join weekend sales. There's a bunch of weekend sales. I did a video on weekend sales, and join small events. For the don'ts, my number one thing, I said do not overprice your items. I see so many people who start creating and they get out the gate charging 500, 600, 700 linens for one thing, and it's just like, who do you think you are? I really want to know, who do you think you are? No demo, no nothing. Like, what is this? So that's why I said, please do not overprice your items thinking, oh, I overpriced it, oh, I'm gonna get 500 linens back from this sale. No. Please do not think like that, because when I first started, I didn't think like that. So, and I would say I'm glad I did not think like that, because the amount of supporters and stuff, I feel like I probably wouldn't have as much if I would have started off, oop, I'm charging 400 linens per tattoo. Like, people would be like, 400? What? And it's already people that were already established before me who tattoos probably look way better than mine, and I'm charging 400, and they're, let's just say they're charging 3 or they're charging 2. So that's why I was just like, no, I'm not gonna overprice my stuff, because then people are gonna be like, well, I don't want to buy your stuff. Who is you? I don't even know who, like, you know. So yeah, do not overprice your items, please. Think of a reasonable price or whatever. Not saying, oh, but what about, you know, like not paying your worth or putting the amount that you think your item is worth, you know, which is fine. You could put the amount that you think your item is worth, but kind of do your research and see other people that make maybe similar stuff as you, or hair, nails, whatever, and see how their stuff looks, and then be like, okay, let me compare. Okay, I just started making blah blah blah. Okay, my stuff kind of, you know, I could get better at doing this. All right, I'm gonna charge like 150. I'm gonna charge 175. I'm gonna charge 200. Da, 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 da. The next thing I put was don't recycle items just to make a quick sale. And this can go for your own items, or it could be like other people's stuff, kind of like stealing, whatever. But I didn't want to put stealing or whatever, because we should know by now not to copy buy, not to steal people's stuff. But yeah, but do not recycle your items. I've seen people, big creators, small creators, I've seen creators sit there and put something out. Let's say 2022, they put something out, right? 2023, this year, they'll sit there and kind of put the same thing out, but change it up a little bit, put a little twist on it. And it's like, no, you released this same thing last year. All you did was what? Change the color and do this or whatever. Like, or you released this same thing at another event. All you did was change the color and add a little something extra. Like, do not recycle your stuff to make a quick dollar. Please do not. Eventually your supporters / customers are going to realize, and no, like, just don't do it. Please do not do it. And then the last thing I said was, do not have the mindset that all you care about is money. I would say, especially when it comes to Second Life, a lot of people's mistake when they start creating is thinking about, oh, how many linens I'm gonna make, oh, how much money I'm gonna make, oh, how many sales I'm gonna make, oh, all this, da, da, da. Like, when I first started, I wasn't thinking about that. Like, obviously a normal person is going to have that thought in the back of their mind, like, oh dang, I wonder how much money I'm gonna make from this, I wonder how much money I'm gonna make for this. But do not make that all you care about, please. because then that's all you're gonna care about, and then you're gonna unmotivate yourself because you're sitting there worried about making this much money, and then when you don't meet those standards, you're not gonna want to create no more, or you're gonna be like, I'm gonna take a break, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I don't want to, like, so that's why I don't focus on the money. Like I said, obviously it plays a factor, especially like if you have a main store and you have to pay rent, or if you have to join different events and you have to pay like the little fee and all that and stuff. But do not make that your main priority. Like, oh, the reason why I'm creating this right now is so that I can make money from this. Money is the root to all evil. So keep that in mind. Like, don't go crazy thinking about all this money that you can make. Like, no. Because it's gonna mess you up in the long run when you try to establish yourself as a creator and stuff. Like, yeah, no. And also, I feel like with me, it kind of shows. Some creators that I could tell just care about money. They seem to flaunt it as well. Like, oh, I made 200K from this event. Oh, y'all, look, if this was just in a day. Oh, like, it just shows your character also when you only think about money, when you only care about money. And it's just like, wow, that's sad. So, yeah, please do not have that mindset. Just have fun, you know, and I promise you, you're going to progress because, like I said, I've been creating for a year and I've made big accomplishments since, what was it, 2021? Or was it 2022? I can't remember. I think it was the end of 2021. So, yeah, I'm very proud of myself. So, yeah, I wish the best for everyone who either wants to create or currently creates and maybe just needed a little push. Hopefully this video is helpful. And make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna be back with another video.
Oh no, I'm back. Remix killer. Drop that ass on the floor and come back. Rotate it. Don't be too proud to say I'm your fave.